Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be talking about KPIs, key performance indicators, and what that is. KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators. It's a measurable value that indicates how effectively a company or individual is achieving key business objectives or goals. KPIs are used to monitor and evaluate performance over time, and they help organizations assess progress and make informed decisions. KPIs can vary widely depending on specific goals and objectives of organization or project. They can be quantitative or qualitative, and they should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Overall, we'll touch on that a little bit later. Smart structure. Concept inside the concept. Oh, yeah. Examples of KPIs include metrics related to sales revenue, customer satisfaction, employee productivity, website traffic, project completion time, and more. The choice of KPIs depends on nature of the business and the specific area that needs to be monitored to ensure success. Since we are on a topic of KPIs, have published a journal. In this journal, I'm sharing a lot of information of how to structure your time, overall day, time management, and other areas. Within the journal, I'm sharing key performance indicators. That would be perhaps three things to do every day to make most of your day. That would be one key performance indicator. How much glasses of water have you drank? That would be another indicator. Uh, Reflecting on daily mood. If you're interested in this kind of activity, that would be one indicator. Overall emotions, reaching out to loved ones for professional contracts. Perhaps it's something that you do every day. Perhaps either reach out to your family or perhaps reach out to professional contracts and perhaps people that may or might improve your overall not only personal life but professional life as well. That could be another indicator, and perhaps something that at least if not right now is something that you're definitely gonna need to think about in the future. That's just a few indicators of how to measure overall performance every single day. Overall, that's one of the reasons based on which I have a structure of this journal. It's a structure so it would last for 3 months, and that's normally how long it will take you to structure a habit. Why having KPIs is important. Measuring and evaluating KPIs provide clear and qualifiable way to measure and progress of your success over time, and that would definitely help you to improve, if not your professional life. Having those goals and see where you are scoring against those goals that you set for yourself. That means you would have a system in place, which is very important. Focus and overall alignment. KPIs helps align individual and teams with overall goals. In this particular case, if we would focus on overall, not necessarily, you can start with personal, but overall in the future you need to progress to running an organization and how you would measure overall organization's performance. You can begin with personal. That's a good place to start, and from there progress to overall having more responsibilities and measuring overall company's performance. Overall KPIs can help you to make informed decisions. That would be some of the areas can be reach. If that would be making a video, would that be posting a picture, and you can have those KPIs, how many views you have received, how much money have you made. If that would be some of those areas that you might focus. Perhaps in the beginning you need to focus on other things, your activity and how much time a day you're spending on perhaps your professional life and improving yourself. Would that be an hour? A unit of measure? Would that be 2 hours? Perhaps that's another unit of measure that you can have your set yourself KPIs that you can then over time you can progress and achieve your ultimate goals, whatever those goals might be. Perhaps having more free time and not necessarily if that's something that you would like to do. Basically, overall KPIs, the way of communication. That's having a standard in place and way of communicating that standard. Accountability and motivation. So that means for a set period of time, how you measure against those set targets, set goals, and the way how there's otherwise you don't have a system in place, a way to measure overall performance and how you're performing against KPIs. That's one way to look at it. Overall goal setting. For those who haven't done goal setting, perhaps you need when you're setting goals, there's different systems that you can use. One of those the overall project management. I'm using myself a lot, the SMART system. Well, overall, that's how you can set goals to have tangible goals that you can actually achieve within particular time. Would be very specific goals. That's just one of the ways to approach KPIs. Resource allocation. Organization often has limited resources, and KPIs you can measure perhaps what would be one of the best way to allocating your resource, what perhaps within your organization performing better, and perhaps a lot of your attention would need to go towards to if you have different departments, and which departments underperforming, and perhaps what departments overperforming. That's one of those areas. Benchmarking and competition. KPIs allow organizations to benchmark their performance against industry standard and competition. There's definitely another system that you can implement. There is a lot of different systems, but KPI is definitely one of, if not the best. Continuous improvement, you can, as I mentioned to you before, yeah, that's another way to having a standard and measure your overall performance against that standard. In essence, KPIs provide structured and measurable approach to managing and optimizing business performance. They help organizations stay focused on their goals, make informed decisions, and adapt to changes in overall circumstances. That would definitely help in long-term success of your business. I would most of the people might begin in overall personal life and organizing your personal life first, and from there taking more responsibilities and then organizing your business. If your personal life is out of control, perhaps that would be one of the control measures that you can have. From there, from your personal life, take on more responsibilities and progress into professional life. Overall, key performance indicators, if we had to put those indicators into practice when managing social media company, that would be perhaps as an example or some of the areas that you can potentially take a look at. Would that be engagement rate and how would you measure overall company's engagement? For example, likes, comments, shares of content that your organization is sharing, follower growth rate, how fast your organization is growing its following. That would be another KPI that you might consider having. Click-through rate, the percentage of people who clicked on the link. That would be perhaps another metric that you might be interested in. Conversion rate, how many people have seen your content, overall what you're producing, and how much of those people who have seen it actually became interested in your work and decided to make a decision of perhaps subscribing to our channel, share our videos, how many people have seen it, customer sentiments, analyzing user comments, mentions, and interactions. That would be another area if that would be something that you might be interested in. The response time, this average time keep, or how many people stick, if that would be perhaps a half an hour video, or that would be perhaps sharing a picture on social, overall on social media platforms, and overall response time, influencer reach. If the company collaborate with influencers, measuring their reach and engagement gathered by influencers, another metric that if you're not currently doing, perhaps you can consider doing that in the future. Overall content reach, a number of unique users who have visited the company's content, social share of traffic, the percentage of website traffic that came from social media channels, and if yes, what kind of channels, just so you would see what might work, what might need more work on, and what perhaps might be a better platform for overall information that you are sharing. Uh, Social media ad ROI, how much money have you spend it on different ads, and how much those ads actually generated for your company. But perhaps that not necessarily be something that you might be interested to begin with, but later down the line, as many would do. So it's just something perhaps to consider. Audience demographics, perhaps understanding your audience and perhaps having a wider reach. And to do so, if that's something that your brand is interested in, perhaps what kind of tools or perhaps information you should be sharing. So it would be general, but perhaps not in the beginning, I guess. It depends. It depends. Uh, uh, Engagement by content type, analyzing which type of content would that be: images, videos, articles, information. Would that be any of mention, or perhaps that you working on different kind of niche areas, mixture of two, or and what might work for your contents and what would be your target audience, and how would you structure your overall content to reach those people. And yeah, just some of those KPIs that you might consider having if you're currently not doing that, and if you're not working on yourself or your business, that would be just some of those areas how you can improve overall processes and systems that you have. KPIs is definitely that every business should at least know about. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.